Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most comforting, nostalgic, and downright delicious desserts of all time, banana pudding. Seriously, who doesn't love that creamy goodness? If you think you know banana pudding, get ready for a treat. We'll explore everything from those super simple no-bake versions that are perfect for a quick fix to the classic meringue-top southern masterpieces that'll have you dreaming of family gatherings. Get your spoons ready. By the end of this video, you'll be a banana pudding pro, ready to whip up the perfect batch for any occasion. So, what exactly makes a banana pudding? Well, banana pudding, at its heart, it's a layered dessert. A beautiful symphony of creamy vanilla pudding or custard, sweet, ripe bananas, and some kind of cookie. Traditionally, it's all about those classic Nilla Wafers. The magic really happens when you let it sit. The cookies soften, the flavors meld together, and it turns into this heavenly, spoonable delight that's part pudding, part cake, and all around incredible. You'll typically see it served in a big glass trifle bowl, which is perfect for showing off those gorgeous layers of yellow pudding, white cookies, and sliced bananas. And the topping? That's a whole other story. It can be a fluffy cloud of whipped cream, a sturdy stabilized topping like Cool Whip, or the show-stopping classic, a billowy, toasted meringue. Now, let's talk about the core components. First up, the pudding itself. This is where you have some options. You can go the from-scratch route, which involves cooking a beautiful custard on the stove with milk, sugar, eggs, and a little cornstarch to thicken it up. It takes a bit more effort, but the rich, authentic flavor is absolutely worth it. On the flip side, if you're short on time, an instant vanilla pudding mix is your best friend. It's quick, it's easy, and it still makes a ridiculously good dessert. Next, the cookies. For 99% of people, banana pudding means one thing: Nilla Wafers. They have the perfect, delicate vanilla flavor, and they soften into that iconic cake-like texture. But hey, rules are made to be broken, right? Some modern twists use buttery shortbread cookies or even Pepperidge Farm Chessmen cookies for a richer, more decadent bite. We'll get to that viral recipe in a bit. Then, of course, the bananas, the star of the show. You want to use bananas that are perfectly ripe yellow, with maybe a few brown spots, but still firm. If they're too green, they won't have enough sweetness. If they're too brown and mushy, they'll just fall apart and turn the whole thing into a soupy mess. Firm and ripe is the sweet spot. And finally, the topping. Homemade whipped cream is simple and elegant, made with heavy cream, a little sugar, and a splash of vanilla. Stabilized whipped toppings are great because they hold their shape for days, making them perfect for parties. And then there's the meringue. This is the old school grand finale, made from whipped egg whites and sugar. It is spread over the warm pudding and then baked or broiled until it is beautifully golden brown. It's a bit of work, but the texture is just spectacular. So, with the basics covered, let's get into the recipes. We're going to start with the easiest, most popular version out there, the easy no-bake banana pudding. This is the recipe you see at every potluck and family gathering, and for good reason. It's fast, it's foolproof, and it's always a crowd pleaser. For this version, you'll need 1 large box of instant vanilla pudding mix, about 5 ounces, You'll also need 2 cups of cold milk, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, a large container of thawed whipped topping, a box of vanilla wafers, and about 4 to 6 sliced bananas. Here's how simple it is in a big bowl. You're going to whisk together the instant pudding mix and the cold milk. Whisk it for about 2 minutes until it starts to thicken up. Then, stir in that whole can of glorious sweetened condensed milk. This is what makes it so rich and creamy. Once that's mixed in, you're going to gently fold in about 2/3 of your whipped topping. You want to be gentle here. Don't stir like crazy. Just fold it in until it's smooth and there are no more streaks. This mixture is your pudding base. And trust me, it's amazing. Now for the fun part, layering. Grab a 9 by 13-inch dish or a big trifle bowl. Start with a single layer of vanilla wafers covering the bottom. Then, add a layer of sliced bananas on top of the wafers. After that, spread about half of your pudding mixture over the bananas. And then, you just repeat. Another layer of wafers, another layer of bananas, and the rest of the pudding mixture on top. Once it's all assembled, cover it with plastic wrap and pop it in the refrigerator. And here is the most important tip. You have to let it chill for at least 4 hours. I know, the waiting is the hardest part, but this is where the magic happens. The cookies absorb the moisture from the pudding and transform into a soft, cake-like texture. If you can wait overnight, it's even better. When you're ready to serve, just spread the remaining whipped topping over the top and maybe crumble a few extra wafers over it for decoration. It's pure, simple perfection. Okay, so you've mastered the no-bake version. Now, are you ready to level up? Let's talk about the traditional Southern baked banana pudding. This is the kind of recipe that gets passed down through generations. It features a homemade, cooked custard and that beautiful, toasted meringue topping. For the custard, you'll need 2/3 of a cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 3 eggs that you've separated. The yolks are for the custard. The whites are for the meringue, 2 cups of milk, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a little vanilla extract. In a medium saucepan, whisk together the sugar, flour, and the 3 egg yolks. Slowly pour in the milk while whisking continuously to avoid lumps. Now, you'll cook this mixture over low to medium heat, stirring constantly. And I mean constantly. You can't walk away from this, or it will scorch on the bottom. It's going to take about 15 minutes, but you'll see it slowly start to thicken into a beautiful, creamy custard. Once it's nice and thick, remove it from the heat and stir in the butter and vanilla. While the custard is still hot, it's time to assemble. In an oven-safe dish, you'll do your layers. Vanilla wafers, sliced bananas, and then pour that hot, luscious custard right over the top. You can do a couple of layers if your dish is deep enough. Now, for the grand finale, the meringue. In a super clean bowl, you'll beat your 3 reserved egg whites with a pinch of cream of tartar. Beat them until they get foamy. Then slowly start adding a 1/4 cup of sugar while you continue to beat. Keep going until the meringue is glossy and holds stiff peaks. That means when you lift the beaters out, the peak stands up straight without flopping over. Spread that beautiful meringue all over the top of the hot pudding, making sure it touches the edges of the dish. This helps prevent it from shrinking. Use the back of a spoon to create some pretty swirls and peaks. Then, It goes into a hot oven around 350 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 7 to 15 minutes. You're just looking for that meringue to get lightly browned and toasted. Keep a close eye on it, as it can go from perfect to burnt very quickly. This version can be served warm, which is just heavenly, or you can chill it. The texture is completely different from the no-bake style. The custard is richer, and the warm, soft meringue is just a dream. Now that we've covered the two main schools of thought, let's talk about some of the famous variations that have become classics in their own right. First up is the Magnolia Bakery Style. If you've ever been to New York City, you've probably heard of their legendary banana pudding. Their secret is creating an ultra-light and creamy texture. They actually mix instant vanilla pudding with ice-cold water and sweetened condensed milk. Then, they fold that mixture into freshly made, heavy whipped cream. It's incredibly airy and decadent, and it's a no-bake recipe, so it's super achievable at home. Next, we have a viral sensation often called Not Yo Mama's Banana Pudding, which was made famous by Paula Deen. This recipe takes the creamy, no-bake concept and kicks it up a notch. The big secret here: cream cheese. An 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese is beaten into the pudding mixture, which adds an incredible tangy richness. But the other major change is the cookies. Instead of vanilla wafers, this recipe calls for Pepperidge Farm Chessmen cookies. They're buttery, sturdy, and they create a really unique, rich texture in the final pudding. People go absolutely crazy for this version. And don't forget, you can get creative with how you serve it. Instead of one big dish, why not make individual servings? Layering the pudding in small mason jars or clear plastic cups is perfect for parties. It looks adorable, and it makes serving a breeze, no messy scooping required. Finally, let me leave you with a few pro tips to guarantee your banana pudding is a 10 out of 10 every single time. First, to prevent your bananas from turning brown and looking unappetizing, you can gently toss the slices in a little bit of lemon juice before you layer them. You only need a tiny amount, so you won't taste it, but it will keep them looking fresh. Second, think about texture balance. Use those barely ripe bananas, the ones that are all yellow with no green, but also no brown spots. They have the perfect sweetness and are firm enough to hold their shape without turning into mush. And my last, most crucial tip: respect the waiting time. I know I said it before, but it's that important. You must chill your no-bake pudding for at least 4 hours. This is non-negotiable. It allows all the flavors to meld together, and most importantly, it gives the cookies time to soften into that perfect, dreamy, cake-like consistency that makes banana pudding so special. So there you have it. Everything you could ever want to know about making the perfect banana pudding. Whether you're a fan of the quick and easy no-bake style, or you want to go all out with a traditional baked version, you're now equipped to make a dessert that will have everyone asking for the recipe. Which version are you going to try first? I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Seriously, if you've got a secret family recipe or a special trick for making banana pudding that takes it to the next level, spill the beans. It's always fun to share those little gems, right? Thanks a million for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want more mouth-watering recipes like this one, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Can't wait to see you next time for more delicious adventures in the kitchen.